This has been a sports presentation.
This event is one fall with a 10-minute time limit. Your referee, Sonny Myers. Introducing from Atlanta, Georgia, weighing 227 pounds, Tommy Rogers. His opponent from Portland, Oregon, weighing 248 pounds, Scott Ferris.
Well, now, Bill Morris, we get a look at Tommy Rogers, young man who is looking to the top of the wrestling world. And, of course, Scott Ferris, former Pacific Coast heavyweight wrestling champion.
Calls himself the Pride of Oregon.
And, indeed, he is. You talk to people up in the great Northwest, and while he is not exactly a crowd favorite, he has been a champion, and that's what promoters around the country look for. And now Scott Ferris having a couple of words with referee Sonny Myers. And what a win this would be for Tommy Rogers against a ring veteran like Scott Ferris. And here comes Rogers. And Scott Ferris thinking better of going right after Tommy Rogers.
Wants to have a little discussion with the referee. He had his foot over this bottom rope over here. Oh, looks like he got ripped across the eyes.
And now being warned about that closed fist. And Scott Ferris doesn't like it at all. Still to come on this hour, we're going to get a look at a young man who has made a big mark in the wrestling world, and we're talking about Bruce Reed. Bruce Reed, you've seen him here in All-Star Wrestling before, but you're going to see him as you've never seen him before. Oh, Tommy Rogers with that boot to the midsection. And if you're going to beat Scott Ferris, you got to beat him this way. You cannot beat him with finesse. It is very difficult to beat Scott Ferris with finesse. You got to just come after him. And people like Buzz Tyler will tell you that. They say, hey, you can't fool around with this guy.
You have to overpower him, get him by brute force, but there it backfired on him.
Oh. That body slam, knee drop across the throat, gets a 2 count.
Whoa.
And but look at Rogers.
Pulled him up short. Had those fists out, get a little warning from the referee.
And now.
Going into that traditional referee hold.
There's a headlock. Twisting that head of Tommy Rogers. Oh, and down goes Rogers. Ferris goes after it again. Drop down. And look out. Nice reversal by Scott Ferris. And he again comes down with that knee drop. Count is 1. And now the leg over that second ring rope.
That knee hit Tommy right on the jaw. Didn't catch that shoulder. Went right on the jaw first. A little spin. Ooh.
Well, Rogers in trouble now. Tommy barely kicks out, gets a 2 count. This is what Scott Ferris does so well. He goes right after an opponent. He rarely, if ever, lets up.
Well, he takes those kind of holds that pull the air right out of you, and that's what weakens the opponent. Then when he slams him down, now he's got him on that bear hug way up in the air. Tommy's suffering now.
Sonny Myers was asking if Tommy Rogers had enough 2 quick fists, and that stunned Scott Ferris. That really stunned Scott Ferris. Nothing fancy there. Ferris sends Tommy Rogers off those ring ropes. Oh! Down he goes and see if he gets it. 1, 2.
Nope.
Nope.
Taking its toll on Scott, too, though. Now, this is the kind of stuff that really pulls the energy out of a man when he has to lift somebody up, and then the throw against the rings, too.
Scott Ferris with Tommy Rogers up over that ring rope. Up he goes. Oh! Solid shoulder to the midsection.
Yeah, awesome. Right to the base of that spine.
And now Scott Ferris saying, come on, boy. And Rogers with a fist to the midsection. Another. And right now, Scott Ferris getting more than he asked for from Tommy Rogers. Another fist. Nothing fancy here. Tommy Rogers, it's payback time for him. And a flying drop kick. Down goes Scott Ferris. And again down he goes. Oh, Tommy Rogers.
He got that third win, didn't he?
Sometimes that's all it takes.
Oh, way up.
And over goes Scott Ferris. And here comes Rogers again, but look out. Oh, down across that top ring rope.
That neck went right into that top ring.
Right across the throat. That might be it. Let's see. He gets a 2 count and a 3 count.
Got it.
Scott Ferris after Scott Ferris. It ended up costing him. Scott Ferris, your winner over Tommy Rogers.